Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, that is AirTech. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Let us begin with our today's video. So our today's video is going to be very important for all the people working in the IT industry. It can be your product-based companies or it can be your service-based companies. So make sure that you watch this video till the very end and try to understand each and every fundamental thing that we are going to explain in our today's video. So without wasting any more time, let us begin with our today's video. The first point that we are going to discuss will be about your ratings, which is your bands. In some companies, you get bands A, B, C, D, and in some companies, you get ratings that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or even in some companies, what you get is your outperformance, okay, commendable, met expectations, and a lot of other things, right? So these are the parameters on which you are based, you are judged, okay? And these are given by your supervisors, your project managers, or even your team lead, okay? So all these things you should have to consider before going for an appraisal. Now let us talk about what are the bands. Okay, so what happens is if you're a top performer in the team, right? In some companies, what happens is that they have to give at least two A bands, two B bands, and two C bands. So the top performer of the team will get A bands, okay, and the average people will be getting B bands, and the lowest will be getting C bands. Okay, so this is the criteria in some of the teams. While in some good companies, what happens is even if the team is performing at its best potential level, okay, at that time also they can give A band to all of those people. So majorly in product based companies these things happen, and the previous case that I discussed about happens in service based IT companies. Now, the next point that we are going to discuss is regarding your appreciation from the clients. Okay, a lot of people working in the IT industry, they might have to interact with the client on a daily basis, right? They might have to like do meetings with them, have some sessions with them, right? So what happens is whenever you are doing something good, right, for the client, and you are doing it within the stipulated time, or you are delivering on time, you are creating all the solving all the bugs and everything, right, on time. So what happens in that case is there can be incidents as well for the support team and everything, right? So what happens is they might appreciate you in a meeting or in a call over with all the people, right? But what you have to do is you cannot record the entire call, right? And you do not have a proof that you like were appreciated by the client, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can tell them to send an email to you and your manager. So then what happens is you have a proof that your work was appreciated by the client themselves. So this is the reason. This is the first point in the second point that we are going to discuss today. The third point is that because when the appraisal season will go on, okay, at that time you might have a proof of emails that you can again forward to your manager that these are the appreciation that I received from the client. Okay, now a lot of other companies have different type of awards, right? As best performer of the month, or the star of the month award, okay, or the best team award, or the best team lead award, right? So these awards or these like prizes that you get can also be used. Okay, you can send the certificates to your manager that I was awarded this thing, or if the manager is not knowing about that you were awarded all these things, right, or you got appreciation, you got a star, or a lot of things, right? So in that case you can tell your manager that these are the achievements that I did in the past couple of years, or maybe the 1 year, okay, the first financial year, right? So these are the things that you should be taking care of. Now the third and the most important point that I want to tell you guys is the goals. Okay, so whenever you are working at a company, whenever you start working on a project, or you enter into a team, right, what happens is there are certain goals which are set by your manager or your like supervisor basically. So what happens is you have to complete all those goals in the stipulated time, that is 1 year, okay, financial year. And if you're able to do that, then you get some comments on that you have achieved it fantastically, or you have not done this particular goal. Okay, so I just want to tell you is that please set realistic achievable goals. Okay, suppose you are planning to do some kind of certifications, for example cloud certification, AWS, or it can be cloud, Google Cloud, right? Or it can be anything, Azure, or any certification, right? It can be Java certification, it can be React certification, anything for that matter. So what happens is you have to complete that certification before the appraisal begins, right? A lot of people, what they do is in flow, they simply in overconfidence, they simply add that I want to complete 3 certifications. But what happens in the service-based IT companies? You don't get a lot of time. You are working on the project continuously, supporting the production or the lower environments, okay, all these things. So that is the reason you should always set realistic goals which are achievable for you. Definitely, if you're an overachiever, if you overachieve, then you can also mention in the comment section that I have done this particular certification. On top of that, I did these 2 levels as well. So this is where your manager can get impressed, and you might have a higher possibility of getting higher bands. Now, there is one important bonus point that we want to share with all our viewers, and that is going to be very important for your appraisals as well, for the companies who follow April to March kind of appraisal. So for all those people, I want to tell you that almost what 9 months have already passed, and only 3 months are remaining. That is Jan, Feb, and March eventually. So what will happen right now? You only have 3 months to show your manager or your supervisor that you have done a lot of things. So what you can do is, even if you have not done a lot of things in the past 8 or 9 months, what you can do right now is start doing some courses, start getting some like certifications, try to complete your goals. Okay, if there are certain avenues which you can explore in the particular field of your project. Okay, if you can do some POCs for the project manager, if you can help the manager in some work kind of work, you can go and approach your manager that I'm not having a lot of work right now, can you give me some kind of work that you are like going through. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can also do. So that will help your manager to catch an eye that you are doing really good for the project, and you are helping the manager as well. I'm not telling that you should butter your manager, or you should do some kind of sugar coating and all those things that are happening in the IT industry, the corporate politics and everything. But what I want you to do is do the best thing that will be helpful for your appraisals. Okay, even if it means helping your managers, helping your teammates. Okay, because getting an appraisal is very important right now in the IT industry, because there are no new job opportunities, and to get good appraisal is the only solution as of now for a couple of months, because recession fears are at all-time high in the current IT market. So that is the reason people are not getting jobs, freshers are not getting the offer letters or joining letters. The US is facing recession fears. Same is the condition with the UK. I want to tell you all guys that we are soon going to make a video on UK as well. What is the current recession scenario in UK? What is the economy? What are the job opportunities and everything? Make sure that you go and watch that video as well. Okay, with this guys, I just want to tell you one more important point, that we have started a new channel, that is Jobs Tracker, where we will be publishing videos related to your jobs, your openings for experienced as well as freshers. We will be also doing some kind of podcast series with a lot of founders and startup people. Okay, so make sure that you subscribe to that channel also. I will give the link in the description. And the most important part is, as I always say, don't forget to like this video, share it with all of your friends who are working in the IT industry, and please consider subscribing our YouTube channel. Thank you again and have a good day.